Welcome to Spinistry Chat. In this video, we're going to go over the absolute best way to score the best deal on sign up for the Midnight Massacre. We'll also talk about the details around event evening itself. Definitely be sure to stick around because we're going to give you some sneak peeks for some other goodies we have coming for Club Spinistry members as well. Hit it! A few years back, during the Rat 1000, one of our overnight campouts, we spitballed some ideas with some of the Rat participants about maybe getting Club Spinistry or Spinistry in general membership based, where essentially club members were able to get into every event either free or at a very, very low cost. You know, really getting back to the roots of the spirit of gravel, long, hard, and dirty. How this all started for us way back in 2010. We kind of roughed out the math a little bit. I had a general idea of what might be a viable critical mass number to maybe make this happen somewhere down the road. Now make no mistake, our membership base wasn't anywhere near that number then, and it still isn't. But that seed of an idea has just been germinating in my head ever since. There's no doubt COVID really messed up our rhythm, and there wasn't really any opportunity for us to pursue that over the past couple years like we wanted to. But the reality is, if it wasn't for our members and y'all signing up in droves, our membership grew throughout COVID. Thanks to your memberships, we were able to weather the storm. That support of yours over the past couple years has really convinced me to go ahead and take the plunge and try to make that happen as soon as possible. Kind of like when we had to take the plunge to go full-time Spinistry back in 2013, where that was my only source of income. Wasn't the plan, life happens, we had to roll with it, and I'm extremely thankful that we did. I have the best job in the world. If we had to take a guess at it, this is really, really super loose math, but taking a guess at it is probably going to take us over a year, hopefully less than 2. I'm thinking probably 12 to 18 months to where we can grow that membership base to be at or really near that critical mass number. So we know we have to earn your support to pursue that goal. We think it's something that's going to help everyone else out that's really interested in gravel for the sake of gravel, endurance mountain biking for the sake of endurance mountain biking, bikepacking for the sake of bikepacking, for the love of the bike, for the love of the experience, for the love of the adventure. Sure, if you want to use the stuff we do as a jumping off point to go do a bucket list event somewhere across the country that costs you hundreds of dollars, we fully support that. We know people want to have those carrots to go after. We're going to help you go enjoy those as much as you possibly can. But we know we can't just expect you to join Club Spinistry just because we're asking for it. We know we got to make it worth your while and earn your support, and that's why we're kicking it off in style the way we are today. The short story is Club Spinistry members are going to be getting more and more free events, highly reduced cost events, and in more areas of not just the state of Texas, not just Louisiana, not just Oklahoma, but eventually all over the country. We do recognize this is different than anything else that's out there. It's going to take some time for people to get used to it, to digest it, to wrap their brains around it. Maybe kind of like when we started doing gravel grinders in 2010 and people didn't think that was going to go anywhere. Since it is new and different, we're definitely going to be leaning on YouTube a lot for sharing our information going forward. In reality, traditional social media is it's less than ideal for sharing this kind of information, detailed information, ongoing information, evolving information that you need to go back and reference later down the road. YouTube allows the information we share to be evergreen. So what we're talking about today, it's specifically relevant to the 2022 Midnight Massacre in August, but this big picture thing we're talking about driving the membership base for Club Ministry, that's something that 2, 3, 4 years from now, somebody may come back and reference the origins of this concept. And you can do that on YouTube. Good luck finding that on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. All of that said, I'm well aware that I have to get better at utilizing YouTube as a tool to share this information. I already know this video is going to be way too long. I'm working on that. I got to figure out how to better chunk this information into smaller videos that tie together. And that's a learning process for me, but I'm a lot better now than I was a month ago. That said, there's a greater than 0 chance that it might be worth your while to push through this video. Just saying. I can assure you that going forward, you're definitely going to want to subscribe, turn on notifications, and get updates as soon as they're available. Going forward, YouTube subscribers are always going to be the ones getting the first notification of new information, changes, updates, specials, whatever else. Seriously, subscribe now, turn on those notifications. But to show you what we're talking about, that's a natural segue for us to talk about how Club Ministry benefits are going to expand. So it's pretty straightforward. We're kicking off the Midnight Massacre registration in style. For the first week, it's only going to be open to Club Ministry members. And YouTube subscribers, our current YouTube subscribers, are the first ones getting notification of this pricing structure. The early bird is going to get the worm on this one. Yes, that's motivation to get that ball rolling, but we're probably going to keep variations of this model in place going forward as well. We'll see how this one works out, and we'll adjust accordingly going forward. Midnight Massacre sign-up is only open to Club Ministry members until June 27th. After June 27th, it'll be open to the general public. Also, the way this is going to work, the earlier you sign up, the lower your price is. We'll give the breakdown here in a moment of how that pricing goes up over time based on number of registration. It's going to start at free because the only people that can sign up initially are going to be Club Ministry members. The first 5 entries are going to be free. Now, do keep in mind, your Club Ministry membership will need to be active on event date to qualify. So if your membership's expiring between now and August 6th, you'll probably want to go ahead and renew your membership. And the way it works, if you haven't noticed it before, I'm thinking existing members are probably up to speed on this, but if you're a newer member or this might motivate you to become a new member, the way it works is when you sign up for Club Ministry membership, you use the Bike Sign Up account, bikesignup.com account shell to create your Club Ministry membership. If you log into an event of ours with registration through Bike Sign Up, which all of our events are through bikesignup.com, it recognizes automatically that you're a Club Ministry member. It may not show your discounted price when you first click on it, but when you get to the checkout, you'll see your discount on this one and all of our events going forward. So basically the way it works is Club Ministry members get a $20 discount on the sign-up fee. So if you see pricing on there and you go, I thought it was free, I thought it was $20, I thought it was $15, whatever price you see on the homepage for sign-up, just deduct $20 from that. Again, it ratchets up. So the first 5 show a price of $20, but your Club Ministry membership will save you $20. It makes it free, and it's only open to Club Ministry members through June 27th. We realistically think probably the top 50, the first 50 to 75 signups will be in that first week. So it'll be Club Ministry members only till we ratchet up to those levels. Again, entries 1 through 5 will be free. Entries 6 through 10 will be $5. And entries 11 through 25 will be $10. So that means the first 25 entries are going to be $10 or less for Club Ministry. Entries 26 through 45 will be $15, and the entries up to entry 65 will be $20. Realistically, that's probably about the point where we'll get to that week in, and it'll open to the general public at that point. Now, we are capping total registrations at 300. Hypothetically, we could sell out at only Clubs Ministry members before that first week is up. It's possible. I don't think it's likely, but we don't know. We don't have a crystal ball that tells us the future. Wish we did sometimes. So just to talk about how the prices will ratchet up from there, entries 66 through 85 for Clubs Ministry members will be $25. Then $30 up to $135, $35 up to $185, $40 up to sign up, do the math here, $235, $45 through sign up $285, and then $50 through sign up $300. That's the Clubs Ministry pricing. Again, general public pricing is going to be $20 higher than that. The reality is we expect most Clubs Ministry members to probably sign up when it's $25 or less for them, is the rough guess, rough idea. Again, don't dawdle, sign up early, and encourage your friends to as well for the best price. Realistically, the focus is on delivering the best route and the best ride and the best group experience as possible this year. It's going to be marked routes, and we're going to have several different distances, probably a 70-ish mile, probably a 50-ish mile, probably a 35-ish mile. I'm going to nail down those routes in the next week or two and get some definitive mileage, but we definitely want to find the best routes possible because that's what the focus is. We'll have ice cold water out on the course for everybody. We'll have cold drinks and snacks waiting for everybody, and then the good cold drinks as well at the end for the after party. Now, here's something that is going to be different than what we've done in years past. We are not including meals in the sign up this year. Burgers and pizza and wine and cocktails are still available in the town square, and we encourage folks to visit the partners, but to be perfectly frank, inflation is a bear right now. High gas prices are a bear right now. We looked at it a gazillion different ways, and we either had to really raise our prices to be able to do it the way we've done it in the past, or we needed to find a way to lower them and still deliver a fun event to as many people as possible. We knew we could raise prices, and even though we would have a smaller crowd, you know, we could roll everything out there and we could make our money. That's not the primary goal here. The primary goal is as many people as possible to have a good time that night, because it's the original nighttime gravel grinder. We got to show people what this is all about. We're also doing the t-shirt as an optional add-on at sign up this year. Realistically though, with the pricing structure we have, particularly if you're a Clubs Ministry member, you can get that add-on t-shirt and buy a meal in the town square at the end of the night, and you're probably still going to be a lot less expensive than most of the other gravel events that are out there these days. But it's completely optional. We recognize that current economic situation is hitting people hard. It's really difficult to justify $5 a gallon gasoline to go ride your bike. Well, the way we're looking at it is if it's still $5 a gallon gasoline, or gosh forbid $6 a gallon gasoline by that point, it's still worth your while to come out and join us in Valley View that night, because your entry fee is so low. And this is just spitballing. This is not a promise at this point. Our plan is to cap registrations at 300. A lot of different reasons for that. It's manageable. We don't have to bring in extra hands at that level, extra cost. We can plan around that. We know basically the vendors in the town square can handle that, the parking can handle that, and we know how many porta-johns we're going to need for that. So the reality is, if it takes until the last week to sell out at 300, it's not really the last 2 or 3 weeks to sell out at 300. That doesn't allow enough time to raise the bar and plan for more entries, generally speaking. If things go nuts for some reason and we sell out that 300 really early, and basically we know we'll get another 25, 50, 75 signups at full price from non-club members at that point, realistically what we'll probably do is we'll take those signups and apply those to food costs and go ahead and include meals somehow or another. Again, that's just spitballing right now. And that would really take a big push on the front end to justify, because I haven't even spoken to the folks in Valley View yet about food details along those lines. We're just letting them know just to plan on a busy evening. So seriously, there's no reason to wait. Go right now. Link is in the, well, actually, go right after you finish watching this video. Link is in the description. Get your Midnight Massacre sign up as quickly as you can at the best price that you can. Join Club Ministry if you haven't already. I can assure you our goal is to make sure every single member gets their money's worth for the next 12 months. This isn't the time to go into all the details of what the benefits are, and those benefits are going to change because we want you to tell us how to make your membership worthwhile. We have some ideas, and we'll share those in future videos. So another reason to subscribe and get notifications. We're already planning free Club Ministry events near Houston, Wichita Falls, Austin, San Antonio, Colorado, Louisiana, East Texas, Sherman, Denison, probably Oklahoma as well. Those are going to start rolling in from the fall and going forward. It's just too dang hot right now to plan gravel grinders around San Antonio or Houston. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to drive to Colorado right now with $5 and $6 a gallon gasoline. So Colorado's probably going to have to wait. We are nailing down the details for a brand new event on Labor Day weekend. And drum roll please, we're excited to announce that we're going to be co-hosting a very special event with Spinistry Racing out of Austin. Our last women's gravel camp, the feedback was so tremendous on that. We've been cooking up plans ever since on how we can do that in the Austin and San Antonio area as well. We will be putting together another women's gravel camp weekend out of Lockhart on the weekend of September 17th. And Club Ministry members will get a special package deal there. It will be open to all women, not just Club Ministry members, but Club Ministry members will get a full weekend of gravel camp and a full-blown Sunday gravel event as well at a special price. Now, the nature of this one is spots will definitely be limited for that. There's not going to be any way to expand them. Keep an eye on YouTube to get the first notification for that. Hopefully, I've shared enough information at this point to justify your support, but I know we're going to have to keep earning it week in and week out. So to prove that to the folks that have made it this far into the video, I do have a special offer for brand new Club Ministry members. This won't apply if you're renewing your membership, but if you've been on the fence about joining Club Ministry, thanks for sticking it out to this point. Use coupon code CLUBSPIN, all lowercase, all one word, CLUBSPIN, and get 20% off a Club Ministry membership. Pretty good deal. There will also be a link for that in the description as well. Do keep in mind, we offer a really good family membership deal to begin with. That includes up to 4 members in the same family, same household. And please don't game that. It's for people in the same household, same family. We're not able to offer juniors categories and juniors races and juniors events at all of the events we do. But going forward, anytime we do offer a junior specific category, it's always going to be free for Club Ministry family members for that juniors event. Hopefully we didn't overwhelm you guys with a bunch of information. I'm definitely going to edit it and bring it down as narrow as I can. It's still going to be too much. So while I do that, hey, go ride your bikes. Have fun. Be safe. We'll see you at the next one.